Imagine controlling a ranch of 1,000 acres without even being there, raising cattle on a massive scale, all from the sky, using technology. Welcome to the future of agriculture. Today, we're going behind the scenes of how farmers use cutting-edge tech to monitor, manage, and raise millions of cattle from the air. Yes, you heard that right. And no, it's not a scene from the Jetsons or a new episode of Black Mirror. This is real life. Buckle up, because the way we farm is about to surprise you. To kick things off, let's talk about drones, the new workhorses of modern agriculture. Think about a traditional cattle ranch, with thousands of acres and cows scattered everywhere. It used to take hours, sometimes days, just to count and check up on each animal. But now, with drones? That's a whole different story. Farmers use drones equipped with sensors and cameras to scan entire fields in just minutes. From capturing cattle movement to checking for signs of distress, drones can get up close without disturbing the animals. Now imagine if cowboys had drones instead of horses. I wonder if John Wayne would still be famous. This technology means farmers don't need to be out there in the fields every day. Instead, they get a bird's eye view, analyzing cattle behavior from the comfort of their own home while sipping on a cup of tea. But what happens after the drone footage is captured? Well, here's where artificial intelligence steps in. AI programs scan hours of footage to detect patterns in cattle health, behavior, and even the land's condition. They can spot early signs of illness in a cow by analyzing its movements, saving farmers from costly disease outbreaks. Imagine AI knowing your herd's health even before you do. And that's not all. With machine learning, these programs improve over time, becoming even more accurate. It's almost as if the technology is learning to understand the herd just like a farmer would. Ever wonder if AI could replace farmers entirely? Well, not yet. But who knows what the future holds? Drones and AI give us a view of cattle that's more detailed and insightful than ever. But what about the landscape they're grazing on? Next, we have satellite imaging and GPS tracking, technology that lets farmers manage their land on an entirely new level. Satellites orbiting high above can now monitor the land's condition, analyze soil moisture, and even help predict weather patterns that affect grazing land. And if you're thinking that's neat, wait until you hear what GPS tracking can do for each cow individually. GPS allows farmers to track every single cow down to the exact spot on the pasture. So if Daisy the cow decides to explore outside the ranch, farmers will know immediately. They can simply check their phone and see where she's wandered off to. It's like Find My iPhone, but for cows. But there's another big challenge in cattle farming, one that used to spell disaster until now. Illness outbreaks can be devastating to a herd. In the past, farmers had to spot these signs themselves, meaning a disease could spread before they even knew it was there. But with technology, early detection is now possible. Drones equipped with infrared cameras can pick up signs of illness in cattle, like increased body temperature as they roam the fields. And what's even more impressive, AI can detect subtle changes in movement, predicting which cows might be at risk. This means farmers don't just react to problems, they prevent them, stopping potential outbreaks before they even begin. It's almost like farmers have become cattle whisperers. Or should I say, cattle scanners? We've talked about the skies and the satellites, but what about managing the cattle's movement on the ground? Welcome to the world of virtual fencing. Imagine if, instead of building miles of fences, farmers could create a virtual boundary for the cattle, one that exists only on a GPS map. Smart collars are now used to fence cattle in, creating a boundary that's tracked by GPS. If a cow strays near the edge, it gets a gentle reminder, like a sound or vibration, to turn back. It's fencing without the fence. No more broken wires or maintenance. And for the cows, it means they can roam in a natural pattern without the restrictions of physical fences, allowing for healthier grazing and better use of the land. It's like invisible dog fences, but, for cows. But perhaps the most important thing all this tech is doing? It's making farming more sustainable. With data from satellites and drones, farmers can see which areas are overgrazed and which are underused, allowing for smarter grazing strategies. This protects the land and makes it more resilient, so the next generation of farmers and their cattle can thrive. Interesting statistic. Did you know that well-managed grazing can even help fight climate change by trapping carbon in the soil? This tech isn't just helping us feed the world, it's helping protect it too. With all this new technology, agriculture is now attracting a younger generation who are just as skilled with drones and data as they are with livestock. Farming is no longer just about hard, manual labor. It's about combining tradition with technology, and young farmers today are leading the way. Who knows? Maybe the next Silicon Valley will be a ranch in the middle of Kansas. So there you have it, the fascinating world of high-tech cattle farming. From drones in the sky to virtual fences on the ground, farmers are now more connected with their land and livestock than ever. If this inspired you, check out our next video on the game-changing tech revolutionizing crop production, linked here on the screen. Join us as we explore the future of agriculture.